Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of
We Got Ish to Say.
Ooh.
An Everyday Vibe
Podcast.
It's Amanda and Kay. We got the boss.
Kay been trying to give y'all bars and lines and songs lately. We like that energy. Okay. I guess y'all don't even know. We might have a whole EP out by the end of the year.
Hey.
You don't even know. So yeah.
We got a topic for y'all today. Y'all know I just turned 31. Amanda's birthday coming up at the end of the summertime.
May.
In May. So today, we talking about a funeral.
Well, damn. Glad I wore some type of black.
We are literally saying goodbye to the 20s.
Yeah, I'm at the end of mine, so.
It's a death. Is it really a death, though? How do you feel about that?
I don't know. It is, 20s are some really good years.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully your 20s are really good years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the time where you do a lot of growing, a lot of learning, hopefully a lot of adventure. But it is, I don't know, it's something about like 30, right? Something about 30. People tell me like your body changes and this changes. So I don't know, things potentially change in your 30s. And then I think too, my mindset, I think a lot of people go into their 30s expecting to have it all together.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're in a good career, like you're probably in a good financial position.
You're
or
married.
Making sure you're getting into that position right.
Yeah,
you're married or in a serious relationship. Maybe have kids. And so if you don't have all that in place, then I don't really know how to look at it. Like, yeah, your 20s are gone, but I guess in some ways you could still be like in a 20s mindset because you don't have the responsibilities of maybe a 30-year-old. So,
okay.
The casket didn't get put all the way under 6 feet. It was only like
in
2.
and out.
Yeah, it's only like 2.
Hot and cold.
Right?
6 feet is only 2 feet.
I don't know.
That is hilarious. I don't really.
Yeah, like how do you feel about it? You're 31.
I don't really like when people are saying that. Like people literally having parties, like a party, death to your 20s type
weird.
of parties. I've been seeing it. That's why I wanted to do. I kind of brought up this topic because one, I'm another year into my 30s. I'm in my second year in my 30s. The second year in like a couple weeks. So not that much, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. I used to watch 13 Going on 30, and that's like my favorite movie. That was my favorite movie when I was a kid. Well, one of my favorites, and I really couldn't wait to be 30. One, her story was like very relatable because I wanted to be in the fashion world. I wanted to be this fashion girl. And I was also I'm very whimsical and just like goofy. So it was like just a very relatable movie for me. And so I couldn't wait to turn 30. I was very excited to turn 30. I'm still excited to be 31. I know I don't look a day over 21. And I'm proud of that. And so, but I love my 20s. And I think I love my 20s because I learned so much about myself to be the woman that I am now. And so I don't want to say death to my 20s because I don't have a hate relationship with my 20s. I really had a great time in my 20s. I feel like I did everything at my speed and I didn't do anything like too fast or too slow. I feel like it was like perfect, except for not graduating college on time. I was there for a minute, y'all. But that's okay. Sometimes we be there for a little minute. Ain't nobody teach me how to freaking study or none of that. For real. I was just smart in high school and then I went to college and I was like, oh wait, I gotta study, to pass the class. Like I can't just pass with a C or a D plus. Gotta study. But I'm like, yeah, she right though about the change and stuff because it's real. Like when I turned 30, I noticed different things about my body. And it will tell you a lot, especially for women. When you turn 30, you need to make sure that you have a very healthy relationship with food and wellness. Because if you don't, you're setting the rest of your life up for you don't even know. Right. And especially if you have some different types of like diseases and stuff in your family, you want to make sure you're healthy. Yes. So I definitely realized like different changes in my body and the way my body looks now compared to what it looked like at 25. I'm like, how am I the same weight, but I look like more stacked? That's so interesting. But that's because I'm 31. Like, this is a 31-year-old woman body.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it looks different. But also, like, my appetite, just like certain things. And I got an interesting gift for my birthday.
I'm so dead. What was it?
I got some age-defying serum. What the hell I'm supposed to do with
laughed at that because, I was like, one, black don't crack, so you don't need that. And two...
But somebody said I did because it's going to happen.
I don't believe that. I believe that if you drink water, I believe that if you use moisturizer and sunscreen and all the natural things, I don't believe that.
I mean, my grandma don't really have any wrinkles in her face.
Exactly, because she's black. Because she's black.
Yeah, she don't really have a lot of wrinkles. Her face is very smooth. And even my mom, she has a pretty nice face. I have really good genes in my family. So I don't really think I'm going to have no wrinkles.
Correct.
But also, I did notice a little crack or I guess it's a laugh line. I don't know.
Correct.
But I noticed it a week ago. I was looking in the mirror and I was like, what the fuck is that? Because I've never seen it before. And I was just like, what? But I'm also getting freckles. My bones feel a little different. But I'm like, I got to work out.
Yeah.
I got to work out. I can't eat certain things. It's a lot of little stuff that you start to notice about your body that you didn't notice when you were in your 20s.
I also think that is just in general, though. I think that is a part of growth in general for anybody. I don't necessarily think it's equated to your 30s. I just think it's a matter of growth.
Yeah, help me
because
I'm sad.
Yeah, because I just think especially your 20s, right? Your 20s, you are more than likely you're ripping and running, you're in college, you're doing this, you're doing that. And so you don't always take the time to stop and listen to your body.
Yeah.
So I think when you're 30, maybe it's okay, I'm going to slow down more. Let me worry about me. Let me put more attention on me. And so now you're listening to your body. So you're aware of certain things that maybe you weren't aware of in your 20s. I also think that literally that's just people's bodies. I'm 28, about to be 29 this year. And I realized that I can no longer eat quesadillas and mozzarella sticks. Cheese makes my stomach hurt. Not gassy hurt, just hurt. Yeah. I'm like, can I somehow regurgitate this? Because it's not worth it. My stomach hurts. But I'm not. I drink regular milk. I don't know what it is.
Well, we're not supposed to consume lactose anyway.
Correct.
But
I'm just I don't know.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a matter of when you pay attention, and I don't really think it has anything to do with your age. Now, yes, I do believe you have to take care of yourself, make sure you're working out and all that, because yes, your bones and bone density and all that, that matters as you get older.
Yeah.
But girl,
I mean, I've always paid attention to my body though. I've been that person that's I go to the doctor, but also I take care of myself pretty well, but I listen to my body. Okay. And so I don't know. It could be also a mind fuck.
Correct.
Because I'm I'm 30.
You didn't hurt it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm
30.
Yeah, and I'm trying not to let that, but honestly, I'm just gonna. She ain't been 30 yet, so how she gonna tell me?
Okay.
No, but when her ass turned 30, she gonna be oh yeah, it's lit. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of things that I love about this being 30. Last year turning 30, I was on top of the world. This year I'm 31 and I'm on top of the world, and I'm not. It's go time now. Mm-hmm. And I think when you were just saying about being 30 and being established and all these things, that's a myth. That's a made up thing. There's no timeline on having it together. You could be 50 years old and just now figuring out what your purpose and your path is. And, maybe it's time for you to buy a house now. So I don't really live my life by those rules because one, I don't want that unnecessary stress.
Facts. Major facts.
I want to just, as long as I can take care of myself and I can feel fulfilled in the things that I'm doing, yes, I want a house, but I don't have a house right now. So what? Yes, I want a luxury car. I don't have a luxury car right now. So what? I'm not married. you know, those are like made up things that people put into your head. Like, oh, you're going to go to college. You're going to graduate by 23, 24. You're going to get married by 26. You're going to have a kid before you're 30. You're going to have your second, like, you know, right. You got to, and then just the whole thing of having kids before your 30s, you know, that's just a whole nother thing in itself.
I feel like that's a setup. You setting people up.
Yeah, because in your 20s, you still like, especially like, for some people who were sheltered, you know, and they didn't really get to, you know, just be on their own or understand. It's like you're still a child. So you telling me in my 20s, I'm supposed to be married and have a kid.
Right.
In my 30s, I'm supposed to have it all together. Like, no, I'm 30 and now I feel like an adult. I didn't start feeling like a real adult until I was like 28.
Okay, yeah.
27, 28. Yes. I was really starting to feel like, oh,
correct.
I get it. I'm a grown up. I didn't get that at first.
Correct. I think for me a little earlier, only because like I had like, you know, like my dad passed away and things like shifted and whatnot. So a little earlier, but no, absolutely, because no, I didn't have to. Like I didn't have to. And no, I absolutely believe that, because also I think when you're younger, your mind isn't fully shaped or developed right to like be your own person per se. So a lot of what you're doing, like you're living your life to either you are trying to follow the world's clock and expectations and whatnot unknowingly, but like because it's always around you and you hear it and you see it, you're unknowingly following it.
Yes.
Or you are living where it's like, well, I'm just trying to make sure that, you know, like my parents are happy or that I'm impressing my group that I'm around, whatever the case may be. And so a lot of your life you're living for someone else and you don't even realize that. And you don't realize it until you start to really become your own person and grow up and get older and maybe invest in yourself to work on your mindset and all that stuff. But yeah, it's like around like 26, 27 maybe, where it's like, okay, wait a minute. I want to start living my life for me. Yeah. And I know me personally, like 28 was a wild year for me. Not like I was just like the craziest off the wall type of person, but just a matter of like really taking back the reins in my life and living it for me. Like I did all the things now that like I was supposed to do, right? Like I went to school, got my diploma, went to college, got my bachelor's degree, went back, got a master's degree. Okay. Like I did all of these things, right? And those were all the things that like everybody wanted me to do. The world wanted me to do, the things you heard and talked about and whatnot. Like, no, I didn't get married or have kids yet, but I pretty much did everything that the world and that the people around me wanted me. Calling all my warriors. So many of us have a story to tell. We have a time of triumph or a situation that seemed impossible to come back from, yet here you are. You're a champion, and I commend you on that. I had that moment too when I was 21, and it took years, but I'm finally standing here as a warrior that broke down those walls and busted up the lens of things that no longer served me. Our stories may not be the same, but our victory is. Click the link in my bio and get a copy of my ebook, 10 Steps to Move Powerfully Through Mourning, and join the growing community of warriors. See you on the other side.
Make you successful.
Yeah. So now I'm like, I want to live my life for me. Like, I was not the girl or the kid that you found at the parties. Like, I didn't know what parties were and going out. And, like, I went to a couple clubs here and there when I was younger, but never had that lifestyle, right? I don't know. I didn't see too many LA parties now. 28 was wild as shit. Like,
she turned up. Amanda really turned up.
Like, who are these people that I hang out with?
Her friends.
Who are these people? Yeah. But that was just a part of like me. And at first I felt bad about it, right? Yeah. Like I started judging myself. And I was like, bro, you were 28. You were almost 30 years old. You were grown. You do not need to be out here in these parties, in these streets per se. Like, you look crazy. But I was like,
that was harsh.
It was, right? And I was like, but why? Like, why am I judging myself and being like,
you're young?
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I didn't get to live my life for me all this time. So now when I'm almost 30 and I'm also now developing my mindset and changing the things that I want in life, right? Stretching my vision. It's like, oh no, these are like my new goals and this is what I want and whatnot. Okay, well, I still got to get some of this out the way because I'm still in my selfish years. I swear to God, if I have a kid before I go to Egypt, I'm going to be pissed.
You want to Egypt?
Yeah, like that's I don't know, but I'm looking at it. I'm actually like trying to plan out the trip right now. So
okay, plan me in it.
Okay, bet.
Because I want to go too.
Yeah, Egypt is literally like my bucket list. Like I have to go to Egypt. I really want to go to Greece. Like there's still a lot of traveling I want to do. And shout out to parents. Y'all are amazing. Like I know that you can absolutely pack up your kids and go on vacation with them. And of course people do. There's family vacations and whatnot.
Yes.
but I'm selfish. I'm still in my like, not like selfish to like, just like, is disrespectful.
No, I got you.
But yeah, like I'm in my selfish years where I'm like, I want to do this for me because like, I want to travel and I want to be free. And I don't want to worry about like extra luggage and airfare and car seats and what?
I get it.
So
I totally
I don't know.
No,
I can't.
Yeah, I agree. I did the same thing. I did everything my mom wanted me to do. I went to college. I did every single thing by like, not really by the book, but I hit every point. And I'm still hitting every point. And it's very exhausting sometimes. And like Amanda said, like, it's time to live for yourself. And I started living for myself too in my late 20s because I'm like, what more do you want from me? Like, I did every single thing that I was supposed to do. And now it's like, I'm selfish with myself. I know my time. And I think honestly, being an adult is just even more fun when you know the rules of being an adult, where you have your priorities in line, where you hold yourself accountable. Like, those are the really fun times because then you can be reckless, but it's not necessarily reckless because your priorities are taken care of. Yeah. So if I want to just go book a trip to Hawaii, which I did, I could go. Exactly. Because my priorities are set because I am a real adult. I learned how to do that. And I did that by going through my 20s. And I won't say I was wilding out in my 20s because I didn't really make a lot of bad mistakes, maybe with money and just spending money just frivolously. But I also held myself to a certain standard in my 20s, you know, because that was how I was taught. But now I really get like, okay, I'm in my 30s. You know, I know how to, now I'm like, oh, I'm 30. Boom. Okay. So now here we go. Yeah. It's a whole new life. Absolutely. It's a whole new decade. We ready to just do a whole new thing because I did what I did in my 20s and I don't need to really necessarily experience that in my 30s. And some people don't get that because, like you said, they had a baby, they got married, maybe they got a divorce already. Exactly. You know, maybe their kids are almost teenagers because they probably had kids younger, you know, so now it's like their 30s and they're like, oh, it's the new 20. Right. So they just doing crazy shit. Yep. Like, and more power to you, baby. If you want to go be crazy and reckless in your 30s, you do that, boo. Right. But just be safe. Look, I ain't mad at you. Correct. Like she said, please be safe. And smart. Think about it. Think about all of the, not repercussions per se, but just think about all the cause and effects. That's all I got to say. Yes, because it is always a cause and effect. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm so grateful for my 20s. And you said something interesting, like you like 27, between like 27 and 28 26 and 28 is where you kind of like change. And honestly, that's like Saturn, like a Saturn return, because Saturn returns every like 27, 28 years or something like that. So it's basically like you're returning back to that person that you was that day you were born. Like all of that stuff that you were just engineered and like wired to think and be like, it kind of takes a back seat because your true purpose and your true self is now front facing. Right. So then you kind of have to, you know, reflect on that. And if you were having a hard time already, you're going to have a really, really hard time because you're going to come to some realizations. And that's when I had my realizations. It's like 27, 28. I was like, what is happening? And that's when I actually started being more into astrology, being more into spirituality. You know, I was reading the Bible, but I was making a lot of different correlations with a lot of stuff that's around the world. And I was just like, oh shit. Like, no, this is a real thing. Like, it's a real thing. And then I started talking to more of my friends about it to just try to do like a quick synopsis. Like, was I the only person that experienced this? But then I started asking more questions. And even to the older adults in my life, I started asking questions and they were saying the same thing. Like, they were really saying how their lives started to change between the ages of 26 and 29. They like had a whole different, you know, era. Yeah. And then after that, 30, it catapulted them into who they are now. That's amazing. It is amazing. That is true. Because 1 to 27, you're like, all of that, what happened to you, your world, your experiences, and then, you know, you were a baby, and then now you coming right back to that moment in time where like everything in the universe was aligned at that moment where you were born. So it's like a whole flip. Yeah.
That's crazy. No, exactly. That is extremely crazy. And like, it's so funny. Like you said, what you were already kind of like, I guess almost downloaded with, right? I think, a lot of that, people don't take the time to know themselves.
Yes.
And you don't really start to know yourself or come into your own until I feel like around that time, or like I said, at least for me, because there's so much programming, right? Like, we are really programmed by this world from the minute we're out.
Yes.
From like the minute they put us in hospitals and they choose pink or blue for us. Like, like we're just really...
Say the doctor slap you on your ass.
Right. Like, we're very just programmed. And then like we go to schools and, we're taught how to be what we need to be right in the world. And like, we're just we're just very programmed. And so, I think at a certain point I mean, not everybody, I'm not going to say everybody do, but you sometimes take a step back and it's like, whoa, what's already within me?
Exactly.
Because that's the biggest thing. I think that I know that all of us are given and equipped with so many tools and things that are just in our tool belt. And they're the very things that we need to even propel ourselves forward, to help others. And if you don't know that, and I think that's a big thing, purpose, like so many people struggle with their purpose. They don't know what it is. They don't know how to tap into it. They don't know if it's even a thing. Like, people struggle, and like, purpose is such a word because it brings about so much for people, because like I said, like, it's almost something that they feel like is fleeting. And I think so many people's purpose is just so buried within them, because it's like a quote that I seen one time, like, and obviously you guys know me, go to church, God, all that. So we ask God for something, and because it doesn't show up the way we expect it to, like, that's the problem. But it's like, you're asking God for things that are already within you. Like, he already gave you those things. And so just because you ask God for a vanilla cake, but he gave you the flour, the eggs, the oil, the oven, and everything else, you don't see that even though it's not the vanilla cake, it's everything you need to make the vanilla cake. So it really is the cake. And so it's the same thing of like, what's within you. Like, you're asking for all these things that are really already within you, but you just lost touch with yourself and all of that. And so it's just, it's a whole like new world. A whole new world.
Yo, the fire. Like, listen, I know that touched somebody, because it touched me. Like, it really did, because she's right. That purpose thing, and then trusting the process. Trusting your faith. Trust yourself. We all are purpose driven. Everybody has a purpose on this earth. And I don't like when people say, I don't have a purpose. I don't, but you do. You might be a mother, you might be a wife, but you also still have a purpose, an individual purpose inside of you. And like she said, people fleet away from that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it could be just because of the way society built you, your experiences, and the things that you were taught, and what people said to you. But it's never really too late to find that purpose. And some people actually, some people get so lucky and they can turn over a new leaf in between the ages of 26 and 29, or it might take them a little minute. And that doesn't mean a bad thing. You just have to keep striving for what you're trying to get to, because it can happen. Some of us are just late bloomers, and that's okay.
Exactly.
So I know I feel like I'm a late bloomer in a sense, because I feel like there are some things that I should have already had, and I don't have those things because I'm 31. But also, I don't get jealous, and I try not to compare myself to other people. So it's like, well, if I don't have these things yet, like she said, God hasn't. Just because I don't have like the full house doesn't mean I don't have the ingredients and to get the house. I got a nice job. I got a nice apartment. I got a great head on my shoulders. I'm learning about investment and real estate literacy. So those are the ingredients. And when it's time, boom, down payment, boom, sign the papers. I'm done, a house. But then what's going to happen when I get the house? And my goddamn gutters need to be cleaned. And my damn floors need to be pulled up. And like all this other stuff. Then you're going to be like, God, why you give me this house? You knew I couldn't take care of it.
Bruh.
Oh, child.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just went on a rant there.
No, but that's real. That is so real. That's a word. That's literally a word. Because people will. People pray for the rain, but then be mad about the flood.
Mad about the flood. Yeah.
Like, which one do you want? And then I think, too, some people, I think we have to realize like what we're striving for, right? Yes. And some people are striving and other people are just striding, right? And so you have the people that are like striving and they're constantly like, and the word hustle too. Like there's a thing with the word hustle, but there's like a constant hustle, right? You're constantly striving to get somewhere to do something and whatnot. And the way I heard it that brought it so clearly to me was, y'all know Transformation Church, but there was a guest preacher, and most of y'all probably know Travis Green.
Yeah.
Like he's a gospel singer too. Yeah. He preached there and he was talking about building a platform, right? And he was saying so many people build their own platforms and then wonder why they fall apart because you built it so quickly while you were striving to do everything that you're trying to do. You didn't even have the stuff set up properly. Your bricks aren't laid right. You don't have the foundation. And then you wonder why it falls apart.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So you can't build your own platform and then cry to God about why it didn't work out. Like God is a great God. And even when things go wrong, he's still a great God. So just because he lets you go ahead and have what you've been crying and begging and pleading and wanting and everything else for, yeah, and then it falls apart, that doesn't mean that he's not good. That means that he finally was like, okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Like, let's see.
Because you got a choice.
Exactly. So instead of striding and just kind of like, letting it all go and building it properly, having your foundation, you got to pick, like, which one do you want? Do you want it done right or do you want it done quick? Because you can have both, but
that's woo. And I feel like in your 20s, like, you want it fast, especially
of course.
People, that are the young people now. I was born in the 90s, so I'm kind of like teeter-totter. I want stuff fast, but also I know how to wait. I know how to be patient. Because I wasn't born in the age of technology. Right. Where it was like rapid. Mm-hmm. It was just kind of like getting off the ground when I was a kid. So, I know how to be patient. I mean, I remember when we couldn't record nothing. Right. We couldn't turn on the Netflix. We had to literally wait until the show was on. Mm-hmm. We couldn't just send a text message. Exactly. If I wanted to know if my cousin got home, I got to wait until 40 minutes until she called me on the landline. Exactly. And if our mama was on the phone, then I might have to wait the next day. I'm dead. I don't know what a landline is. I don't even know what a landline is. But yeah, like just being patient and accepting God's grace is definitely what's gonna get you to where you need to be and where you want to be. So I'm gonna just say I don't think we should be saying death to your 20s or your 30s or any age. Absolutely not. That's kind of
be a student. Like be a student in life. I mean, we have some younger viewers. Y'all category a little high, so we see y'all. Shout out to y'all. But even then, like to like our younger viewers, like one, y'all need to be talking more in the comments because you don't know who could be in here to give you some more wisdom and advice. So y'all need to be having more conversations in the comments. That's one. Two, though, to the younger people, like one, don't rush to get old.
Please don't. It ain't fun.
Y'all don't know what you asking for.
It's not fun when you got to start paying bills.
And now I sound like my mother because that's what she used to say to me. And I was like, girl, bye. I can't wait till I'm 18 and blah, blah, blah.
She don't know what she's talking about. I used to say this. I used to say that.
Don't rush to get old. That's number one. Number two, something that I've learned along my journey is like always be a student. Always be willing to grow. Like, again, I know we are in the age of technology, like Kay just said. Pick up a book. Like, please pick up a book. There are so many books. Some of our younger viewers, if you guys want some really good books to read, DM me the word books. Hit us on the Instagram. DM me the word books. I will send you a list of really good books. And some of them I even have PDF files for, so you ain't got to spend no money. Hey. Holla at you, girl. But read. Always be a student. And don't think that you know it all because if y'all caught it earlier, I said I can't stand some of y'all that are younger. And it's not that I can't stand you. It's that I can't stand your mentality. The entitlement mentality that is upon us from this newer generation is outrageous.
They are very, they are entitled
y'all gotta pipe down and chill out.
Yeah, pipe down and chill out.
Read a book. Pick your mentors wisely, right? Even if you're not paying them, pick your mentors and the people that you're listening to wisely. Yes, we're in a world of technology, so you're all on Instagram. Everybody's all on Instagram, and you're watching this and you're watching that. Be careful of what you're taking in because that very much shapes a lot of your mindset and who you are and the things you do too. So just choose wisely. Read, choose who you're following wisely, choose who you reach out to and who you're having your conversations with wisely, because you can always be a student and grow and learn from somebody else. Don't think that you know it all because you don't. Like, nobody knows it all.
Yeah. No.
But no,
you don't.
Not
I used to think I knew it. I was a know-it-all. My mommy's like, you don't know shit. How you gonna tell me? I've been that age before. Right. And I used to be like, Because I was so mature and, I'm mature and I have a very intuitive mind. But at the same time, like, I haven't had those experiences because I'm still young. I haven't been that age. So how do I know?
Exactly.
And like she said, just be a student and take, like, criticism well, because people want to see you win. Mm-hmm. People do want to see you win. There is some people out here that don't, but for the most part, people want to see you win.
Facts.
And, I love my elders. I ask questions. I like to talk. I like to tell me your story. Let me know what you did so I don't do that shit.
Right.
I want to hear, so definitely, like you said, your mentors and the people that you talk to. And then also just being like in your 20s, you can still have mentors. Mm-hmm. In your 30s, you can have mentors. Yep. I have new mentors every year. Mm-hmm. Every year I have a new mentor.
I love that.
And I have older friends because just because I'm in my 30s and my 20s don't mean that I can't congregate with people 20 years older than me.
Exactly.
That's okay.
Yep. Absolutely. So, yeah, y'all just choose your tribe. Choose your tribe.
Hey guys, I'm Kay.
I'm Amanda.
And we're your hosts of We Got Ish to Say,
an Everyday Vibe podcast.
We just wanted to drop in and say thank you so much for tuning into the show. And we wanted to invite you to our free community.
Hey, an Everyday Vibe, because y'all know we a vibe.
Period, Amanda. In this community, you have access to other viewers and you get to connect with them. And you also get a free newsletter that gives you updates and shares our affiliate links.
Fire! And on top of that, we've created another level of the community. We realized that when we created this and started things, we wanted to build a community. We wanted to have conversation full of value, tips, tricks, and just help each other out.
We're
stronger together. So in the subscription community, you get all of what Kay just mentioned. On top of that, you get behind the scenes. Obviously, there's things that are cut out of these interviews. They are way too long. You get us being us in our everyday life. And remember, we're brand owners, so there's photo shoots. You get behind the scenes of photo shoots that we do for our brands and really see what's coming up next.
Damn!
Outside of that, there's also live Q&A sessions with our guests after interviews where you get to ask any other questions that you personally have to go deeper, right? We're trying to grow. We're trying to get out here and be stronger together. So you get to ask them and connect with them so that way you have more resources and you get access to our exclusive offers, secrets that maybe other people don't know, but we're going to drop them for y'all, and so much more.
So much more. Don't miss out to be a part of the paid community because Amanda just listed a ton of stuff. So make sure you guys tap that link below to join our community.
Love you. See you on the other side.
And don't be saying y'all like killing y'all 20s.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole part of yourself that you need it. And it's going to carry you throughout the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. Being 20 is one, not a lot of people make it to 20.
Look,
they don't make a lot of people even make it to 30. So, saying death to my 20s, like, I get it, but I can we like have a new wave?
Yeah.
Can we just keep it with the dirty 30s?
Right.
I know I'm not dirty, but can we, is 30, is that lame? Saying dirty 30?
No.
Is it too lame? Is that why we saying death to my 20s?
No.
Death to 29 or whatever y'all saying. I don't like that.
I don't either. I don't understand why. 20s are great. And again, we don't know everybody's story and situation, so you may have really struggled. But even then, it's not death to it. Like, look at things in a different way. Change your mindset around it. It's something that, it's something that maybe you don't feel the greatest about. Maybe it's not your highlight years, but it doesn't mean that it's not a part of your story. Mm-hmm. It's very much a part of what is shaping you, what is turning you into who you're going to be for your 30s and 40s. And y'all know, or maybe you don't know, if it's your first episode, hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
Ed Milet, I follow Ed Milet. He's someone that I look up to and listen to. And he always says, like he talks about like his dad being an alcoholic and all these things, and then how he turned his life around later on. And the biggest thing that came out of that for him was like, no, he didn't have a great childhood.
Yeah.
No, he didn't have a great high school experience and all that because he was dealing with an alcoholic father. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, that's all a part of his story. It shaped him to be who he is now. He's super powerful now because of that story, because so many people can relate. And he always says, you're most qualified to help who you used to be.
Ooh,
so at this point, you don't know who you're like, it's not death. It's not death. It's something that if
it's
you
life, baby.
Hopefully you wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy, but even so, look at the flip side of it.
Yeah.
And look at the flip side and look at, this is a part of my story. Y'all know, There could be a movie in your life. There could be a book in your life. Like, you don't know who you are, right? Until you know who you are and what power you possess, don't write that off.
Don't write it off.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It ain't like a tax write-off.
Yeah. It's crazy, too, because, like, I feel like there is, like, two groups of people that are loudly afraid of turning 30. And that's, like, women and gay men.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Wow.
Gay men and women in general.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, like, you know, we can break it down to like black men, but I don't think I've ever really heard a black man be really upset about turning 30.
No.
Maybe older than 30. But also, like, I know there is a lot of like issues that men just have in general when they turn certain ages. You know, maybe like the hair loss,
right?
You know, ED, you know, the gut. You know,
right.
just like certain things like that, like your physique is not going to be the same. But other than then, it's like they don't necessarily care about turning another age unless they're gay. It's so funny.
That's
after
so
25,
true,
they think they old.
Yeah, that is very true.
That's interesting.
They're the ones that be super like hydration mask.
Yes, like, and my cousin, I have a cousin,
funny.
I'm 31 and he finna be 27 or some 28. I think he just turned 27 or 28. And he really think he a grandpa.
That is so funny to me.
Like,
What
are you talking about? You a young man.
I mean, I'm a little old. My knees be aching.
Yeah, like, you I don't get, like, it's really like, I think black women too, but like I've heard a lot of white men, they won't tell their age, you know, after a certain age, or they don't even tell their age even when they in their 20s.
They're forever 22.
They are forever 22 or 25, whatever they want to be. But why is that? Why is it just the women and the gay men?
I mean, for the women, I think it's definitely about like the whole biological clock thing, and then I think we also feel like there's more pressures of the world on us to like be a wife, be a mother. You know? Especially about like 30, 35, they like, oh, you really pushing it. So,
especially if your parents were married in their 20s, which is crazy.
I think that's for the women. For the game, I don't know what the men thing is. Y'all lose weight faster. Y'all be out here just tripping.
Yeah,
you just want to be a part of the conversation.
Yeah, they don't want to be old. They don't want to be fat.
Right. Correct.
So
two things that are easy for you, like what?
I'm like, what's going on? I mean, y'all, you know, because y'all can have kids all y'all life.
Right. Older men are always pulling younger women. Y'all can lose weight in a drop of a hat. Like, what? Stop playing with me. Yeah. Y'all just want to be part of the conversation.
How you feel about that biological clock though? Like having kids after 30.
I mean, I think it's scary-ish. And I say ish because I'm just like, that's always been a fear of mine. I guess too more than now that I watch more TV and just see different things medical wise, because it's such a thing, right? Where people have miscarriages and this and that and all the different things that come up, especially for black women. Like that's a whole nother episode we probably want to have. But black women and like health and just all of that is always just something bigger for us. So I think just for me, as I've gotten older, it's always been a fear of mine. I'm going to have complications being pregnant or whatever the case may be. So for me, it's worrisome. But at the same time, like I think my mom had me at 35, so almost
a lot
36.
Of women.
So so it's not like a huge deal. And I know that you can. I just know that medically it's not healthiest. So it just kind of is what it is. I mean,
I think now, like, with just the way the technology and medicine is, a lot of women have kids after 30. They have very healthy babies after 30. I think now it's like more so like 40.
Yeah. I've heard 42.
Yeah, like 42 is kind of like, maybe not. Yeah. But like in your 30s, I don't know. And it might be just because like the technology and everything has changed, because a lot of people, they starting to realize like, one, people are having less kids. Yeah. And also people are not having kids as early as they used to. Like the teen pregnancy rate is super duper low, which is amazing. That means we're probably talking more about sex in the classrooms, you know, or at home.
Yeah, somewhere.
With them. So they don't, you know, and then contraceptive. But we don't know what's going to happen now because they're trying to remove all this stuff to make more people. So population control.
I don't know.
But anyways.
But also I would say that I think when you're 42.
I mean, I think when you turn 30, a lot of your eggs are just like, boom, gone.
Yeah. And I was like, I know there's IVF and there's surrogates and all of that now. So you have options. I think it's just like more the natural births, I guess, that they worry about.
Yeah. I
know for me personally, though, too, obviously now because I'm older, my mindset and my priority of trying to have kids and all that has changed. But sorry, I had to laugh because I think about it. I used to be like, yeah, I'm going to do this by this age and this by this age. And like, I used to always hear that quote, yeah, you want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans.
Tell him your plans.
And so that's literally like the stage that I'm at now. But
I did the same thing.
I think for me, my whole thing wasn't even, I never even really thought about the complication and stuff until obviously now I'm getting older. Yes. But it was more so of just, I didn't want to be an old parent. Like I was like, my mom had me at 35 and she's this age and I'm 28. So that means I don't need to have my kid by this point. So that way I could be like 30 something while they're like to 11 to 13. Like I can still be the cool. Like that was my mindset around. I was like, I just want to be an old parent. Like,
and I had a completely opposite. One, I wasn't sure if I wanted kids for a very young age. I was always kind of like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm still kind of like, I love children, but I'm also like,
not my own. I can give them.
I'm okay with being a rich auntie. I'm okay with that. So I was okay with that. But then I said, if I did have children, I would literally get through everything that I wanted to get through in my life. And then I would have kids.
Right.
Because I felt like, one, I had a young mother. So I just felt like, with that, I kind of felt bad because she didn't get to do a lot of the stuff that she would have done if I wasn't here, you know? So it's kind of like, I want to do everything I want to do. So if I do decide to bring a kid in the world, then I'm going to be older. I always thought like if I was a parent, I would be an older parent.
Okay.
I always thought so. And I might, I don't know. Right. We'll see. But yeah, and that's okay with me. But I tried to set up my life too when I was younger. I was like, I'm gonna do this by this age and this by that age, and look at me now. I'm a 31-year-old lesbian.
Were you the girl that like planned out your wedding and stuff? No. Okay, yeah. I was never that girl.
I would say I did not plan my wedding, but because I like fashion, I fantasized about like my dress and like a wedding. Like I still do sometimes because it's like I just like fashion and I'm like, ooh, a jumpsuit with a long ass train would be beautiful. That's for another day, y'all. I got really excited about that. But no, I didn't fantasize about my wedding, my husband and my kids, and I didn't do that.
Good, yeah. I mean, not good, but like, I feel that.
But some people do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They have like whole books.
Yeah, they got books and they know exactly what they're going to name their kids. They know where they want to get married. They know the colors they want to wear. Like, I did that because it was fashion. Like, I was like, canary yellow. Beautiful color.
Okay.
Yeah. I always love yellow. A yellow wedding would be amazing. Some little yellow tint would be beautiful. But yeah, I never really did that.
I feel that. The most I've done, even to this point, I've picked out my wedding ring already. And I know at least 6 songs that have to be on the DJ.
Oh yeah, I know the songs.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Yeah, I know. Let's get married. I know Jagged Edge, baby. We gotta play some Jagged Edge.
My wedding song is between a Monica song and a Boyz II Men song. I don't know which one I want to do. Like walking down. Either way, they're both gonna be on the playlist, but I just don't know which one I want to do. Yeah, but
I did think about that part though. Like, cause it's a lot of great R&B music out there. That is some really like, I can walk down the aisle to, or I can have my first dance to, or I'm going to play this at my wedding cause it gotta be played type of thing.
And I know that I'm gonna have 2 outfits because I'm not saying
I said the same thing.
Absolutely not saying.
I'm not finna kick it in my dress I walk down the aisle in or whatever I walk down the aisle.
Definitely switching to my J's
after. Hey.
I'm not.
Yeah, I don't think if I get married, I think I'm gonna wear, like, I would wear a jumpsuit, like a jumper with a long train, baby. Like, fire. So, and the jumpsuit gonna be so bad, it's just gonna be like, damn.
I was it Married at First Sight or Love Is? No, I think it was Married at First Sight.
You watch Married at First Sight?
Oh, I love Married at First Sight. Because at this point, I'm at the point where I'm either gonna sign up for Married at First Sight or Love Is Blind or both. We'll see just which one. Because Married at First Sight hasn't been to LA yet. I'm just like, are y'all ever coming? Y'all hate us. I know, but that's not close. Well, that is kind of close. That is kind of, yeah. But I don't live in San Diego, so I was like, can I apply? Anyway. They know that LA be trash, so they like we ain't
they probably scared.
They're like, we don't need our record messed up no more. Y'all all gonna be divorced.
San Diego was so interesting. Yeah, San Diego was tragic.
But I do. I watch Love Is Blind. I watch Married at First Sight. Love those shows. I watch 90 Day Fiance. I love 90 Day Fiance too.
Do 90 Day
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. That's a little scary.
Yeah, absolutely not. But I do consider signing up for one of those. But I think it was Married at First Sight. I think they did an Australia one time. And the girl, she did. They were a lesbian couple that they married.
Mm-hmm.
The girl had on a jumpsuit. It was like a 2-piece like jump. Whoo, that thing was fire. I said, oh, I'm intrigued.
You know, lesbians love them a jumper.
I said, oh, I'm intrigued.
We love us a 2-piece suit.
Yo, it was fire. I ain't even mad. So, yeah.
That's I didn't know that. Well, I hope you do get your dream to go on Love Is Blind or Married at First Sight. And my ass, and I want to be on the at the part where y'all do your bachelorette.
I'm so dead.
Cause
I mean, you would be. For
I'm
sure,
gonna be like Amanda. Sure.
I know.
Are you sure? Because you know,
well,
such and such and such waiting on you. It's a little read.
Yeah, Kay be coming through with the well,
Mrs. Berry.
Wow.
I'm trolling the fuck out of her today.
We went out for Kay's birthday, and I think they put something special in her drink because all of a sudden she was having visions of things that were like
I was
never like.
Listen, in 5 years, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you, Miss Berry, Mrs. Berry.
5 years. How old will I be?
I'm gonna give it 5 years.
32, 33, 34. You're 34.
I'm just talking shit. Y'all don't know. I don't know. I'm just talking shit. But we'll
clearly, yeah, because I don't see it in the future.
Okay, and that's fine. Maybe I was just romanticizing the idea of that happening.
Yeah, she just so in love with her 31 years. She just was like, ooh, let me find love for everybody. Ooh, I think Cupid shot his arrow that way.
Yeah, Cupid did shoot his arrow that way. But so she is doing return to sender.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Okay, and that's fine. That's fine. We really just wanted to talk about age and what we thought about, people saying death to their 20s, their 29s, or whatever the hell y'all saying. Ooh. But yeah, embrace y'all 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 100 years. I don't know. But embrace all of it because you're literally going to learn something, one, every year, but also every decade. It's going to prepare you for the next decade. And you're going to look back and just think of all the wonderful memories. Maybe, I do get though, like she said, maybe something traumatic happened to you in your 20s or something and you don't want to relive or you want to just completely remove yourself from that. But yeah, embrace your age and it's a new year. It's 2023. Women should not be afraid to get older anymore. We should be embracing it because
we get better when we get older.
Okay,
like fine wine, baby. We just get better.
We get better, and I'm telling you, as you get older, things start to heighten up a little bit more too.
I'm about to say, I think that's why these older men. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone. It's just a different topic, so it's okay.
You start to get a little more excited when you hit certain ages, and I definitely realized that at 30. I was not expecting that. It kind of was like, whoa, okay. I mean, I thought just and being
visualizing things.
Shut the hell up. I thought just being like a teenager and you're going through puberty and your hormones, but like your hormones do something else in your 30s, and so they just kind of like go up, shot up. They shoot up, and you just be out here like you better be in a relationship. No, just kidding.
Do the Humpty Hump. Do the Humpty Hump.
You are something else. I can't take her nowhere.
Y'all know the story? Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Humpty Dumpty. Wait, no. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's men, all the king's horses or something couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Ooh, it's been a minute.
Damn, nursery rhymes gone wrong. Now we talked a lot about a lot of stuff today. We kind of got off topic. But no, embrace all ages, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and up. Embrace those years, and
keep them shoulders loose.
Kill it with the shoulders. Kill it with the.
I can't dance, y'all.
You
but I can't dance, but I can move my shoulders.
You
and stuff.
shimmy. You know some kappas?
No.
I was doing the Baby Allen, trying to kill him with the shoulders.
I'm dead.
She over here getting a little liquidy with her shoulders.
My hips don't move, my shoulders do.
You're going to have these Kappas coming for us.
Girl, the Kappas don't want me.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the show. We really hope you guys enjoyed it and you got some laughs out of us talking about, just growing and going through these ages and stages in our lives. And if y'all in the 30 club, let us know. If y'all in the 40 club, let us know. We ain't trying to shame nobody on age. We love all ages.
Y'all got the best music, so I ain't mad.
They do.
Let's go.
Listen, I really wish I was born if I could have just born in 1980, I think I'd be happy. Because I would have been a teenager in the 90s.
I'm an old soul. I think I was born in the wrong generation too. I ain't even mad.
Yeah, I really be the music, the movies, just the fashion, the whole aesthetic. I'm I could have been 16 years old in 1990. Look. And I would have been fine with that. I would have had on my earrings. I would have had my gold in my mouth, baby. I would have had gold. I can
definitely see it.
Shoot, my dad had a gold. A lot of my family members had gold. So I would have had a gold in my mouth, honey. I would have had on my leather jacket with my acid watch. I would have
Wow.
I would have ate.
Yeah, exactly what I was about to say.
My hair would have been stacked. I would have ate. Or I probably would have had the braids with the blonde. Oh, I would have ate.
So dead. Okay, well, while she eats in her vision right now, I'm gonna go ahead and say,
we about to go eat for real though, because we hungry.
So y'all follow us, hit us up in the comments, let us know how you feel, what you're thinking. Please talk to each other in the comments too. Yes. I want to see some action down there. Again, if you guys want some books, DM me the word books. Not me, but DM the page, our Instagram page. Find us at We Got Ish to Say Pod on Instagram. If you're on Twitter, We Got Ish to Say Pod 2, the number 2, not TO. Again, DM me books, and I got you.
Yeah.
Where can they find you? And these fly glasses, because she's still trying to sit here and just eat.
Shut up. Yes, I am definitely wearing some shades today. These are a part of the new collection. I don't know what I'm calling these, y'all, but they're a little ombre, a little red, a little pink, a little blue tint. A little metal frame going across this gold accents with the black arms on them. These are very comfortable. A lot of the dudes love these. They really love them. Yeah, they love them a lot. They love little fly guy, You can find me at
Lance.
Call him Lance?
Doesn't make sense because Lance would wear those.
Lance would definitely wear these.
Call him Lance.
Call him Lance. I'm going to call him Lance. I'm going to call him Dewberries.
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Ooh.
That's a fly name, Dewberries.
Okay, with the
ooh. I like that. Dewberries.
Hey guys, it's Kay, owner of Everyday People Luxury Eyewear Company. I just wanted to remind you to shop that link below at everydaypeopleworld.com to get access to all of our latest styles. We have styles for men and women, and most of our styles are UV protected because we care about style and eye protection. We're one of the first Black woman-owned eyewear companies that cares about your style and also your eye care. Make sure you click that affiliates link if you get your friends to shop with me because I give you 10% of my proceeds. I want to give you a gift for supporting your local business owner. Again, that's everydaypeopleworld.com and the affiliates link is below.
Okay, yeah.
All right, got you. So, yes, and follow us for all of our frames at Everyday People World. You can find us at Everyday People World on Instagram and Everyday People World on TikTok, and everydaypeopleworld.com is our website. Definitely come through, got some frames on deck. You can find me personally at I Am Sade Brand on Instagram and Sade Brand on TikTok. We love TikTok, y'all.
She sure do.
She do too. I don't know why she's fronting.
I don't. But hey, you can still find me there if you like. My TikTok and my Instagram are smile_for_Amanda. You can find the brand Love Vibes at lov.vibes on Instagram or lovvibes.com for the website. Until next time, y'all, stay great.
Hey,
be safe.
Join the community.
Bruh.
Join the community. Listening at home, join the community. We Got Ish to Say Pod. We are on a Facebook community. We have a free community and also a paid community. I know y'all saw that commercial. I know y'all heard that commercial.
Look.
Join the community. We have 2 options. There is no way y'all listening, but y'all not a part of the community.
Right. get more resources. We got way more value. You wouldn't even have to DM me at that point. It would already be in there for you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. We love to see y'all turning up in the community. Like I said, we have a free and paid community. And we got some surprises. So surprise us. And
by showing up.
Yeah, surprise us by showing up.
Tell your friends to pull up.
Tell your friends to pull up. All right, y'all. We out of here.